Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment. Do you remember taking the SAT?
Barely. But
Yeah.
Yes, I did. A long time
ago, yeah.
Not fun.
Well, a lot of colleges are saying we're going to do away with the SAT.
They're like in the competition with the other one, ACT too. Are they choosing one over the other?
No, they're thinking that it's just unfair when you test these students. However, some universities have tried this. They've gotten rid of the SAT scores, and they're saying we're getting students that are not prepared and shouldn't be here in school.
I agree.
So a lot of academia are saying, well, we're trying to figure out a way to, make it not so difficult to come into college, which I'm sorry, but sometimes life is difficult, right?
Well, it is. There's a way, the reason why.
Yeah, so MIT was one of the schools that did away with the SAT, I think, for a semester or two, and they decided, no, we're going to bring it back in because we found that the students that didn't take the SAT that are here are not passing any of these classes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the A stands for assessment, right?
I think so, sure.
Scholastic assessment test, or what? Scholastic, rather. Which means you're in USS, somebody, you're like, are they ready for what they're about to learn?
Exactly,
so
yeah.
There has to be some kind of way. And maybe, by the way, I think there's a bigger movement going on saying college, you don't have to do college, but you do have to learn a trade if you're not going to do college or figure out a route.
Well, it's ridiculous that college costs so much. I'm sorry, but if you're thinking about spending $50,000 a semester in school, you're out of your freaking mind. Yeah. It should not cost that much.
Well, the government will pay for it.
Okay. Well, they already are.
They'll relieve your student loans on that. All right, Dolly Parton, boy, I love her. She's adding to her book collection. She has an upcoming release called Behind the Seams, My Life in Rhinestones. And it's an in-depth look at the country icon's lifelong passion for style. The 9 to 5 Star said about the book, it's my hope you will enjoy a look at my life in costume and hair and get to know some of the great people who have helped shape my life and my look. Enjoy. Well, the book spotlights, of course, her famous wigs, heels, and sparkly stage clothes, including that bunny suit she wore on the cover of 1978 Playboy.
Wow.
Oh, man, she looked amazing. In true Parton style, too, the book is also filled with stories and plenty of humor. She even discusses the clothes her mother would sew out of feed sacks like burlap.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, you can't talk about Dolly's icon fashion without bringing up her updo and that big old smile. So, Andrea, your favorite thing what do you like about Dolly Parton?
I just love her confident and I don't care attitude, and I'm me and you be you, and let's just have a great time.
I agree with you, and that exudes out.
Yeah.
And I do love the fact that she would probably be the person, if she, let's say she didn't have all the money that she had, she would dress up to go to Walmart or go downtown or take a flight or whatever. She would look nice, present herself nice. She's always given me that. But I bet you it's also great because she is Dolly Parton, that if she did, she could probably be walking around and we have no idea what she even looked like.
The other thing I really like,
yeah,
that's a good point. The other thing I think is terrific about her is how private she's been with her marriage with her husband.
You're 100% right.
And I think that's probably allowed them to stay married for all these years. But I love that because he's kind of a mystery.
I do too, because at the end of the day, to himself, he can look in a mirror and go, I am married to Dolly Parton, right?
Exactly.
That's all he has to say. I mean,
let's be honest.
And more husbands need to do that. It's like say that I am married to Liza English. Man. I am the one. At the end of the day, I win. You know what I'm saying? So when she becomes she's a doctor and everything, she's going to forget about me. I can at least have that.
You can have that.
I'm holding on to that.
Major League star Anthony Bass made headlines after sharing his experience during a recent flight. The Toronto Blue Jays pitcher posted a photo with the caption, "The flight attendant at United just made my 22-week pregnant wife traveling with 2 toddlers get on her hands and knees to pick up popcorn."
Look at that.
Yeah, well, there you go. So the internet's been split on this one. Some are saying you should be courteous and clean up after your own mess, and others are saying she's 22 weeks pregnant. Do you really have to make her feel like she's,
And I think a lot of what the response has been on Twitter and social media was saying that, hey, look, it is all about personal responsibility. And, even like if you can't do it, it's like, I'm so sorry, apologetic.
Yes.
She wasn't. Instead, she's like, well,
entitled.
Look what they just did to me. You know what I'm saying? Or, and if I was sitting next to a mom like that and I could see her struggling, I say, hey, I got it for you. I'll pick it up for you. I've had kids. I understand that sort of thing.
I'm guessing if Dolly Parton was in that situation, she'd not only clean up that aisle, but everybody else's and land the plane.
I think right. Clean it up, do all of that stuff. We need more Dolly Partons for sure. We have more Daily Flash, that's for sure. And we'll have that right after this.